Have you ever wondered if there are cannibal tribes hiding in national parks? Probably not while you were on your vacation to Yellowstone. But here's why people believe it anyway. This is one of those topics that lives in the hazy intersection of documented events, folklore, and conspiracy theories. So let's separate them carefully. First, let's look at the basis for the theory. Some people claim there are feral, isolated human groups living deep in U.S. national parks, allegedly descended from survivalists, hermits, or even older pre-settlement communities. The idea is that some of these groups may have resorted to cannibalism, either in extreme survival situations or as part of a long-term subsistence strategy. Theories often link this to the high number of missing persons in national parks, a real phenomenon documented in books like Missing 411 by David Paulides, popularized on forums, podcasts, and TikTok, especially after stories like the Dennis Martin disappearance in 1969 in Great Smoky Mountains National Park. Now let's talk about documented cannibalism in the U.S. While feral cannibal clans aren't officially documented, cannibalism in the U.S. has occurred in a few well-known cases. For example, the Donner Party 1846 to 1847, an American group of pioneers who set out from Missouri to settle in California's Sacramento Valley. They became trapped in the Sierra Nevada mountains during the winter of 1846-1847 and resorted to cannibalism to survive. The horrifying details of their ordeal were published in an 1848 book, The Narrative of the Most Extraordinary and Distressing Shipwreck of the Donner Party. Then there's the Alfred Packer case in 1874, a Colorado prospector who admitted to killing and eating his companions. He was sentenced to 40 years in prison, but only served 20 due to good behavior. There are also unconfirmed reports of isolated wilderness survival incidents in Alaska and remote Appalachia. These cases prove that survival cannibalism has happened in North America, but they're tied to specific events, not a continuous hidden culture. And what about missing persons in national parks? The National Park Service does not keep a centralized, publicly accessible database of all missing persons, but estimates from various sources, including Freedom of Information Act requests, suggest that hundreds of people have gone missing on NPS land over the decades. Hundreds more have died in supposedly less safe parks like Yosemite, Zion, Denali, and the Great Smoky Mountains. That works out to about 350 unresolved missing person cases over 100 years. Many of the disappearances can be explained. Some victims died in accidents. Some were killed by animals. Some got lost and succumbed to exposure, and others were murdered by individuals with criminal intent. But some cases remain officially unexplained, fueling rumors of human predators lurking in the wilderness. So why does the cannibal clan theory persist? Let's look at some possible explanations. First, folklore. The Appalachian Mountains, the Ozarks, and the Pacific Northwest have long-standing legends of wild men or mountain people living apart from society, often with primitive or cannibalistic practices. Some say these tales have Native American roots, specifically the legends of the Wendigo, a supernatural cannibalistic being that appears in many indigenous cultures across the Great Lakes and northeastern regions. More recently, the story of feral people in the parks has become modern urban legend material, amplified by social media. The story is easy to get behind because it taps into our fascination with the unknown. It also plays into certain stereotypes and prejudices about rural and remote communities. Second, government secrecy. The lack of official info on missing persons in national parks creates a void that can be filled with speculation and rumor. This is further fueled by the vastness and ruggedness of some parks, which can hinder search and rescue efforts. People naturally want answers when someone goes missing, especially in such iconic protected areas, and when authorities can't provide clear answers. Theories like cannibal clans can take root. In reality, not credible. Verified evidence has surfaced of long-term cannibal tribes actively hunting park visitors, Most likely, the Cannibal Clan myth is a combination of fiction inspired by older true survival stories, misinterpretation of unsolved disappearances, and embellishment of isolated incidents like the Alaskan and Appalachian cases we mentioned earlier. What do you think? Are there dangerous cannibal clans living in U.S. national parks? Let me know in the comments. And remember, if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.